Hi, this is Mike with The Color of Mud. Today I'm going to be starting our build of the full-size dragon head. This is being done for the Dragon Research Collaborative and will be displayed in Martinsville, Virginia Museum of Natural History later this year. If you want to find out more about that, check out the link for my wife's intro to the project. So we started out this project by sculpting this head. And this is meant to go against a giant mural on the wall. And we had this 3D scanned and produced this model that I printed out after some tweaking and attachment of this in the back that allowed me to design a stand that this kind of slides over, where this will sit against the wall, be a mural. Once I had this designed, I created a wire frame. Since this is a large head, it's going to be about 5 feet out. We'll need a pretty sturdy structure to sculpt on. So this is the wire frame. It's going to be in 2 parts that are going to bolt together. The horns will also separate. Today I'm going to start with this part of the frame. We're going to roll these wire hoops here, or rings, with a ring roller. So I'm going to show you that. It's at a 1/4 inch round stock. And then I'll be cutting these pieces and welding it all together as this first section, and then we'll start on the next section after that. So stay tuned and watch me put this together. Okay, so I'm going to set up to do my first cut. I've already done the first ring there I showed you a second ago, and that's right there. So we're actually doing this next ring on the neck. This ring's a little over 36 inches long, so I'm going to cut that off and prep it to roll it. Okay, so the way this roller works is you crank this knob up and down to get more and more of a bend or a ring as you pass through. We'll have to make a couple passes to get this rolled into the ring, but it shouldn't take too long. Pretty close, right about there. I'm going to work on these ends a little more through here. Okay, so for ring number 4 is actually going to be 2 rings stacked together for strength. This will be the joint where the 2 halves come together in the neck. So where this part and this part come together like that. It'll be this ring here will have a double ring, and this ring will have a double ring. And there you have it. That's ring 4 and 5. 3, 2, and number 1. Okay, now that we've got our rings cut and rolled, it's time to cut these segments that are in between each ring that connects them. There's 6 on each, and how I'm going to do this to keep track of it is I'll start at the top and work my way around the same direction each time. Okay, so we've got all our segments cut now and labeled in order. Up next, I'll be welding everything together, build out the neck. So we're set up at the welding bench. That's Thor over there in the background. These are the rings and all the pieces that we just got done cutting. So we're going to start welding those together to form the neck from our model here. First off, I got to get Thor inside, then we can get going. Okay, so we've got the first section of the neck done now. I actually did a little more tweaking on it here. Didn't get any shots of it, but I actually had to put this in a vise and sort of step on it. Sandwiched in some wood to get this to angle down to the point I wanted. But I think we're looking pretty good here with this first segment. This next one is definitely going to have to go at a pretty strong angle to continue on this slant here, so the neck dips down from the wall. So we'll continue on building here and add some more segments. Okay, I've got these tacked on here now, but they're at some crazy angles, so I've got to try to match what I've got here as far as that slope going down. So I'm going to have to sort of tweak all these a little bit, and then we should be able to tack on the ring. Where are you going? Come on. Oh, no. You're going in there. You're going. Move it. Move it. Move it, move it, move it. Come on. Eat it. Eat it. Okay, so we've finally gotten the next ring on. It took quite a bit of tweaking and refinement to get that angle and the tilt, because this has a little bit of a tilt here. It's hard to see. And when my wife starts sculpting on this, she can build it out in spots, and when she adds muscle structure and stuff like that, she can make it thicker or thinner in different areas to compensate for any differences there. But I think we got pretty close. So next, I've got this double ring that's going to go up here, and that will be the last part of the neck of the head. And what I'm going to do is start by welding this together first, I think, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I think we're done with this next ring. I think we came out pretty close to what it needed to be. We can still make some modifications when it connects to the head. Some of the next things I've got to do here is inside this ring, I've got to weld in some tabs that I'm going to drill holes through, and then there'll be bolts that go in through there and connect the front part of the head. So basically connecting the head to the neck. That way we can break this down, take it apart in sections, and be able to transport it more easily. Another thing that has to be done is around this ring at the base, I'm going to roll out some flat stock and weld it to it. It'll give it a lot more strength and allow me to connect some square tubing. The square tubing will be where it mounts to a stand that goes up against the wall. So those will be the next steps here before we're all done with this segment. But pretty happy with how it turned out. Again, the welds look really poor, but everything here is getting covered, so it really doesn't matter how they look, it's about the strength. So I just kind of globbed it on there really, and didn't really care about looks so much. I can clean it up with some grinding, but I doubt I'll do very much of that because, again, it's getting covered with some chicken wire and lots of cloth mache and other stuff. So that's our first segment there, almost done. Okay, we've got our ring welded on here. So this ring will be where I connect the stand into the end here, and it'll go up against the wall. Next, we need to weld these tabs in, to inside of this circle here. This will be where the neck connects into the head, so we need some tabs with holes drilled in them to bolt through and pull the head and the neck together when we assemble it. So we've got the neck all done. I've got all the tabs welded in to connect the neck to the head. That'll be the next video that I shoot, so please subscribe to the channel to be notified when that comes out. The head will be a little bigger actually than this neck lengthwise, and definitely bigger around. This project is being done for the Dragon Research Collaborative and will be shown in October at the Natural History Museum in Martinsville. If you want to find out more information on that, please visit our website, thecolorofmud.com. There'll be links down below in the description. See you guys next time.